Welcome to another video, and these are the results for the miner on Saturday the 9th of August, and these are the results for Monday the 11th of August. We're going to go left to right in no particular order, and we can see the new dashboard. So let's go over the results and let's see what we have. So again, no particular order from left to right. We can see this is ongoing. Not great. We want to see as high as possible. So I'm just going to close this. I've already performed the test. This is a 5-week test, and I've pulled out anything at 100% or 80 to 100%. So all consistent passes. I'm just going to keep this here. We have 4 ongoing at 200. So this looks like it's doing 200 targets. So slow and steady. I'm just going to keep that open. 80% again. That's pretty good. So I'm just going to go ahead and close this for now and go over to the next one. We've got a fail, so I'm going to close this. Ongoing at 200. I'm going to close this. Ongoing at negative. Close this. Consistent passes. Ongoing at 500, I'm going to keep that, keep this, just keep going. We've got a fail right at the top, so I'm just going to remove this, also remove this one. Ongoing negative balance, so closing this. We've got another fail, so I'm going to close this. Ongoing positive 199, I'm going to close that because I know we have better, and this one, also close this one down. We had a bit of a hiccup here, so I'm just going to close this down. Ongoing positive 5, going to keep. 800, 800, 800, and 800. So let's go left to right and try and benchmark these in order. First of all 800, let's have a look. Average 5 days, 5 days. Let's see if this beats it. No, so let's go to the next one. We had 5 and 5, so we can move this over to second spot. Ongoing in comparison to this. This is better and passing quicker, so we can close this one down. 9 and 4 days, so better than this. I'm just going to move that along, and we can actually 9, 5. Okay, let's keep that there. Keep going over to the next 3 and 5, so we can potentially put that over the first spot. 4 days and 1 day, very aggressive. So I'm just going to move that across AC Prime, very well known. 4 and 1 day, also AC Prime. I think that might be a duplicate. 9 and 2 days and 9 and 2 days. So this and this, very same thing. So I'm just going to close one down, move over to AC Prime because I think we might have duplicate as well. So let's just cross compare. Slight difference on 1 week. I will close this one down, and let's just check any more. There's a pig and pig related. All right, cool. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strategy files. 500, 800, move over to the left. 800, move over to the left. Also 800, move over to the left. Can stay here and move over to the left. And that's it. So now let's decide out of these. I'm going to have a look roughly at the past days, because I look at the past days for me. That's 9 and 4, 9 and 5, 12 and 5, 9 and 2, 9 and 2, and 4 and 2. Okay. I'm just going to move this along, have a look at the profit factor. So 3 and 300. Then recovery factor. This might just not really be stable, to be honest, because it passed in 2 days. So I'll potentially use the AC Prime. Now I want to show something that I'm working on at the moment. I'm just going to pause the video and select these strategy files in a tool. So just hold on and bear with me. All right, cool. So basically what I have done is there are 2 little programs here, basically the same thing. This one here is not loading the badges correctly, but what I do like about this version is you can double click and you can see the stats on a visual format in terms of what's happened on a week by week basis. So super useful little charting system for you to have a look visually, right? Really helps to see the balance, right, on those days. So super useful. I thought I could just share that now in this video. Now this one here works great because it shows you the consistent weeks, and you can sort it by consistent weeks, and you can also see the badge. So for example, if you sort by badge, it's going to put the highest quality strategy file right at the top. And it's using different benchmarking for these strategy files. It's taking into consideration all the information, working them against each other to work out those. So we can see the pig trapping is actually what it's advising, whereas I was thinking, cool, the AC prime. So if we go over to pig trapping, I'm usually going by the days because I like to pass within those days, but in this environment here, it's giving us different information. We can also sort by, let's say, for example, we have run a 12-week strategy test. We can say to itself, right, okay, I want to see the last 3 weeks, apply, and it will show you the last 3 weeks. Again, you can sort that by 3 weeks. We can even go down to 2 weeks or whatever it is. So I'm going to just try and make this a little bit more user friendly. Maybe add 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, etc., or a drop down list. And it'll do that automatically for you, just to make that a little bit easier. There is a little bit more complex charting system. I'm going to get rid of that. There is an information tab, and it will tell you how it's organizing that. So it's looking at the profit factor to be 2, drawdown under 5%, Sharpe ratio, etc., etc. So that's how it's doing it, and then it's cross-referencing each other. There will be a ChatGTP integration where you can actually ask the questions and narrow that down. So basically, you will have a little bit more live data and be able to get a little bit more information. So I hope that's super useful. That will be integrated into the miner also. So these are the kind of reports you'll be able to get. So at this moment, I've currently just uploaded all of those strategy files into ChatGTP. They'll be pre-programmed to understand what these files are for and what the outcome is. So it will actually understand the objective of those files. So you're not just uploading them for any reason. In this example, I've just uploaded the files and they said, look, we've got your 7 reports and here's a quick leaderboard of the last 12 weeks. So you can see the fastest to pass is the AC prime. And that was the one I've actually picked there. So I actually understand that, yes, cool, this is on average what I'm doing. The 100% passer, so then it just loads them accordingly to that quickest leaderboard in terms of fastest to pass. Then it actually goes out and actually gives you what it would suggest that it would pick, right? So in this example, it will pick the AC prime because it's the quickest, perfect for record, great challenge, speed, profile, then impeccable profit factor. Exactly. So it gives you a little bit more information, keep it in reserve, and then we can actually ask it questions. So we could say, what strategy is the most stable with low drawdown on average? Sorry about my spelling, and let's go and have a look at what the results are. And this is the kind of information you'll be able to input into the strategy tool, this one here. So you will be able to get this live. So it's going to really help to just bring this to the next level, right? So you can sort this according to those, super useful. But on top of that, we want to get a little bit more dynamic, right? We want to make this as helpful as possible. Then we've got the pig maclet. So if we go over to the badge, and let's see where pig maclet is over here. So it has the lowest average drawdown and 100% pass rate across the last 12 weeks, make it the most stable low drawdown choice. close alternatives, and that's just an example, right? And we could say also lowest drawdown, but most consistent in the last 2 weeks, right? Again, you can use this to feed off what you're thinking, which is going to be a massive, huge benefit, because we will eventually have the miner running 24/7 at, example, 12 GMT Friday night. It will feed that information straight into here, and you can pull that data from a web browser. So you could do this from the web browser, and you won't need to be sitting at your PC, which is going to be a massive, massive benefit to be able to do this all from the web browser. So at this moment, it's in beta, testing everything out, making sure everything works correctly, making sure the information delivers correctly. So I'm just going to pause the video while it decides what it's doing. Okay, so here we have the answer. Remember, the answer is going to be delivered within inside the miner tool on this section here, because this is going to replace the reporting inside the miner. Short answer is the pig maclet F1. Average drawdown over the last 2 weeks, etc. If you want the same low drawdown but slightly quicker finishes, pick the pig, this one. The next best 100 is this. So, I mean, we can continue. What file would you choose for a phase 1? We can just say a new fresh account on phase 1. Remember to be a little bit as descriptive as possible. So again, this just gives you a really good, it's like having me on board, and actually takes it to the next level, because it would suggest strategy files that potentially I wouldn't use. So I hope this is going to be really, really useful. Let's wait for the result, and then I will share this in the members area. Alright, cool. So it hasn't finished anyway, so I'm just going to share this video in the members area. Please note, I'm not going to share this tool yet because it's unfinished. If you do want it, however, just make sure that it is extremely buggy, and feel free to let me know your thoughts on this. So let's just have another look here. It actually says the pig maclet. So there we go, right at the top. Double click, and this is the ending balance. So this is a slow and steady strategy file. If we look at the pig maclet 8888 and ending balance. So we can see here that there is something definitely going on because this balance doesn't look correct. So anyway, hope this is useful, and see you all in the members area.